Hello, what's up everybody? Catherine here from YogaNaraska. I've got a little bit of a different camera setup today. Hopefully you can get a little bit more of me in the frame. Testing it out here. Yeah, okay. So when I've been standing, sometimes my head gets cut off. I use the same angle when I do my Zoom classes, and I guess just in Facebook and Instagram it's a bit different. So we'll see what happens. We'll see how it goes. But we're going to do some standing postures today for the first time, which I've been avoiding in our workout Wednesdays for that reason. So if the camera suddenly falls over, it's because it's precariously gorilla clamped to a lamp. So I'm sorry if that falls over. Yes, Workout Wednesday today, noon. Every Wednesday at noon we do Workout Wednesday. So if you need a minute to grab your mat, maybe put on a little workout playlist, feel free to go ahead and do that. Maybe some blocks if you have them handy. If not, that's okay. If you're looking for a workout playlist, you can look me up on Spotify at YogaNaraska. And I have a workout playlist somewhere under my library there if you're looking for some tunes. I wish I could play them live on the app here, but the algorithm will kick me out. So no tunes for us. Usually when I teach my classes, I have them playing in my earbuds and we just all sync up to Spotify and play the same playlist at the same time. So if you're interested in my Tuesday and Thursday classes, please give me a DM or check out my website where you can sign up. Oh, who's here? Somebody's here. I want to say hello. Oh, it's Colleen. Hi, Colleen. All right. So, yeah, if you'd like your own music, feel free to go right ahead. We'll just give everyone a couple minutes to pop in, and we're going to be working legs today. So, my mom the other day asked me for a class that didn't have any shoulder strain because she's been having some issues with her shoulders. So she challenged me to plan a class that did not involve any weight-bearing exercises for the shoulders. So of course that meant it was a lot heavier on the legs. So I figured we would do legs this week for Workout Wednesday. So I'll give you a couple more minutes. What time is it? Yeah, 2 more minutes and then we will get started. So in the meantime, let's just get centered on our mat if you're already here, or if you're tuning in a little bit later on the replay. Find a nice comfortable seat on your mat, nice tall spine, knowing that for the next 20 to 30 minutes you have nothing to do, nowhere to be, but right here, right now, connecting in with your mind and your body, and just really doing something that is beneficial for you, just for you. And don't feel guilty about it, because it's okay to take the time for yourself to feel good. Despite what the world might tell you, the busy world of go, 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 it's okay to slow down for like half an hour once a week. If not more. More is better. But if this is all you can manage, great. I'm happy to be here for you. Okay, so finding a comfortable seat, whether that's legs crossed, legs out, kneeling. You could probably do this part lying down if you really wanted to. And just closing down the eyes. Beginning to draw our attention inwards. Just noticing whatever is present for you today. Whether there's anything in the physical body that needs your attention. Any strain or pain or tension there. Anything niggling at the back of your mind. Perhaps just acknowledge its presence and say, you know what, we don't have to worry about that at this very moment. Sometimes a little bit of space from our worries can actually help us see them from a bit of a different perspective. So just put them aside for a moment with loving kindness. And focusing on the breath. Noticing if it feels strained at all today, perhaps with the humidity. Just drawing your attention to the breath entering and exiting the nostrils. as we begin to tune into the breath. And we'll begin to use it throughout our practice to help us deepen our postures and really connect mind and body by using our mind to control the breath and melding our body movements with the breath as well. Okay, so let's start bringing those two together. Let's take the hands out to the sides and inhale, let's bring them up and overhead, making a big circle. Gaze at the hands, taking a little back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beginning to deepen that breath. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands down to the sides. Okay, 3 more at your own pace now. So same thing. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. All right, at your own pace now. Wonderful. Okay, let's meet in the middle with our hands up. Take that slight back bend as we did before. Gaze at the fingertips. Exhale, it's forward fold. Again, you can do this with the legs straight out if that's more comfortable. Hold in your forward fold for just a moment as you begin to sink into this posture. Inhale, walk the fingers back up to a straight position. Okay, let's plant the left hand. We're going to swing the right hand up and over to the left. So kind of a cross body motion. So we inhale to lift. Gaze at the ceiling. And as we exhale, let's sweep into a bit of a forward fold here, letting the right arm swing over to the right side, and then we'll bring the left hand up and over. Open up the heart. Exhale, across the body. Inhale, lifting the opposite arm. So we're doing sort of a slight forward fold across the middle here. At your own pace. One more on each side. Beautiful. Okay, now we're going to add in some twists. So we're doing all of the different movements of the spine just to keep our spine nice and protected for the rest of our practice. So we'll get into the leg stuff soon. Okay, so now we're going to do twists. Actually, let's use the legs for this one. So stick the legs out straight. And then we're going to bend the right leg. And then take your right ankle and put it on the outside of the left knee. So we're twisting one leg over the other. Then we're going to inhale, arms up and overhead. And then we're going to take the right elbow to the inside of the right knee as we twist, open to the left. And then you can press that elbow and knee against each other for a little extra oomph for your twist. So we're looking over the left shoulder. Holding for just a couple moments as our spine starts to sort of unravel here. Inhale back to center, untangle the legs. Left foot, left ankle comes to the outside of the right knee this time. And then left elbow to the inside of the left knee as we open up to the right. Again, pressing elbow and knee together, looking over the left shoulder now. And coming back through center, let's put both legs out straight and we're going to forward fold over the leg. So gentle bend in the knee if you need to. And if you need somewhere to lay your head, you can actually put a block in between the legs. And then you can just rest your forehead right on the block. I think I'm going to have it a little further out. Okay. So deep inhale here. Drop the shoulders down and away from the ears. Big inhale. Exhale, forward fold. So we're reaching towards the toes. If you can't reach, that's okay. Gentle bend in the knees. Let the upper body hang heavy. And the longer we hang out here, the more we'll find that we have a bit more room to forward fold. So suck the belly in, bring the navel towards the spine. You'll have a little extra room for that fold. Remember, it's not about flexibility. It's about seeing how we feel when we're in the poses. Doesn't matter what it looks like or how far you can go. It's just about how the body feels. Okay, let's come back up to center. All right, let's get into our leg workout practice here. So let's come to table pose. So shift the legs behind you. Come up onto hands and knees. So we are going to be doing a little bit of table pose here. We are going to be doing a bit of shoulder weight bearing exercise, but not too much. We're not going to be doing any downward dogs, just table. So if you need a little extra support for the wrists, you might fold your mat under, creating sort of a extra layer. You can do this for the knees too, if you just need a little extra wrist or knee support. So knees about hip width apart, hips stacked over knees, hands under shoulders, under elbows, coming into a nice stable position here. Let's take a couple of quick cat-cows. Lift the nose, lift the tailbone, breathe in. Exhale, tuck the tailbone under, drop the chin, round the navel back towards the spine, rounding through the upper back. Inhale as we lift chin, tailbone, drop the belly. Exhale, drop chin, tailbone, pull the belly in. Couple more at your own pace. Pressing through the fingertips, pressing through the tops of the feet. And then coming through center. Okay, so now we're going to step the left foot up in between the hands. But we still want to keep our feet about hip width apart. So when I say between the hands, it's going to be closer to your left hand, left foot closer to the left hand, so that our hips are still squared to the front of the mat. Okay, so coming into low lunge now. You can use your blocks if you need here to sort of lift you up into a higher position. If not, you can just press right up from the floor as we inhale, arms straight up and overhead. Coming into a low lunge. Drop the shoulders down away from the ears, slight back bend. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, let's bring the hands behind the body, interlace the fingers, open up through the chest. If you want a bit of a challenge here, you might bring the hands up as you bring the body forward, right next to the leg, the upper body. Gaze down at the mat. Inhale back up. Let's bring the hands up and overhead one more time. Exhale, hands to heart center once more. Feeling stable and strong through that front left leg. Let's take a twist here. So we'll bring right elbow to the outside of the left knee. So twisting the upper body down. Coming into a little twist. We'll do this in a high lunge too, but we're working up there. If you like, you might take a little bind here by taking the left hand behind the back, taking the right hand underneath, and seeing if you can reach those hands together. You might also try bringing the other way around. Oh wait, that doesn't make sense. This way, yeah, I had it the right way. Perfect. Okay, untangle, coming back to our twist, and coming back to center. Beautiful. Okay, let's take one more inhale, arms up and overhead, slight back bend. Exhale, let's forward fold back down to the mat. Beautiful. Okay, send your left knee back to meet the right. And I'm just going to turn around so you can see me a little bit better, but you can stay right where you are. Okay, so now our right foot is coming forward. So close to the right hand, make sure that our feet are still hip width apart so our hips can square to the front of the mat. Inhale, let's bring arms up and overhead. Drop the shoulders down and away from the ears. Slight back bend. Bring hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, swing them down and behind the body. Inhale, interlace the fingers, open through the front of the chest. Exhale as we fold, lift the arms, feeling stable in that right leg, pressing through the feet. Inhale, back to center. Take a beat here to untangle. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Okay, here's where our twist comes in. Left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Coming into a twist. Again, you can take the left hand behind the body, right hand underneath. See if you can reach those together, coming into a little bind. But make sure that you're pointing that right shoulder up to the sky. So we're not collapsing into this pose. We're keeping it nice and open. Another way to do this, if you can't do the full bind, is to put your left hand on the inside of the right foot and then come into sort of a sideways T position here. Okay, so let's come back up to our hands at prayer position. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Back down to the mat. Send your right leg back. All right, we're going to come up in high lunge now. So I'm going to keep switching back and forth just so you can see me a bit better, but you don't have to turn. All right, you can use your blocks here if you feel that you need a little bit more room, just as like a little stand for your hands. You can put them on this level, this level, this level, whatever works for you. So maybe I'll just do them to show you. Okay, so beginning in our table pose, let's send the left leg or left foot up between the hands. Again, closer to the left hand. And we're going to curl the back toes under and lift the the right knee. If you'd rather stay in low lunge, that's totally fine, just as we were doing before. But if not, you can lift that back leg. Try not to lock the knee. We want a gentle bend. And we're really pressing our toes and the balls of the feet into the mat for the right leg. Okay, so we're going to be coming up into our full lunge. Make sure that our knee is stacked directly over the ankle. It's not sending out over the toes. Nice straight, like 90 degrees here. And also make sure that this knee isn't collapsing into the middle of the mat. We want it to stay nice and straight out. Okay, let's inhale, arms up and overhead. Coming into high lunge. Challenging yourself to gaze at the ceiling to test your balance. Exhale, hands to heart center. Deep breaths. Exhale, hands behind. Interlace the fingers. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Feeling strong. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, unraveling. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, coming into your twist. Right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Again, you can try your twist here, your bind, or you can place the right hand on the inside of the left foot and come into sort of a side angle here. Okay, exhale, drop that hand back down. We're going to drop the right knee, untuck the toes, and then we're going to send the left foot back to meet the right. Beautiful. Okay, let's take a quick little break here. Spread the knees apart, bring toes together, send the hips back into a quick child's pose before we finish up. It's hot in here. All right, so I'm switching directions again. You don't need to if you don't want to. Beginning in our table pose once more. So, knees are hip width apart, knees directly under the hips. I'll scoot back so you can see it a little bit better. Hands under shoulders, elbows stacked right in the middle. And we're doing right leg now, I believe, right? So, right leg comes up to the inside of the left, or the right hand, sorry. And then we're going to lift tuck the left toes under and lift the left leg up. Coming into high lunge here. Again, making sure our feet are hip width apart so we have a nice stable base. This knee is directly over the ankle, not pushing over the toes, and knee is pressing away from the middle of the mat. We don't want it pressing out too far to the side. We just want it straight over the ankle. Okay. So, again, gentle bend in that left knee too. We don't want to lock the legs. Let's inhale, arms up and overhead. Woo. A little bit of shakes here as we figure out our base. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, bring them behind the body. Inhale, interlace the fingers, press open the front body. Exhale, forward fold. Woo. Inhale, back up to center. And ready for our twist. Left elbow to the outside of right knee. Coming into our twist. Again, coming into the bind if you, a little less stable on this side if you feel comfortable, or left hand to the outside or inside of right foot coming into your extended side angle twist. Exhale, let's bring that hand back down. Let's drop the left knee, untuck the toes, send the right leg back to meet the left. Bring toes wider than hip width. Bring your toes wider than hip width. How is that even possible? Bring your knees wider than hip width, toes apart, send the hips back into our child's pose. Taking a well-deserved break here. If you want a bit of a deeper stretch, you might leave the knees, the hips stacked over the knees, but make sure that they're hip width apart, not wider for this one. And then you're going to leave your hips exactly where they are, thighs exactly where they are, and you're going to walk the hands out, dropping the chest down to the mat, coming into puppy pose. Just a deeper version of the stretch if that's what you're looking for. You can rest your head on a block if it doesn't reach the floor. When you feel ready, walking back up to center. And we'll come down to a seated position on the mat. All right, so let's bring soles of the feet together. Sending the knees downwards towards the mat. Letting gravity just pull them down, not forcing, just letting gravity pull. Staying nice and tall through the spine, deep breaths. So we begin to wind down our little mini practice here. You might take some little circles here, exploring the hips a little bit. One direction and the other. And then coming back to center, let's send the right leg out long. Bring the left sole of the foot to the inside of the right thigh. And inhale, let's bring our hands overhead as we turn the torso of the upper body to face the right leg. And then we're going to exhale, forward fold over the right leg. Again, not how far you can go, but just the sensation of this movement. Head towards knee, but it doesn't need to touch knee here in Janu Sirishasana, head to toe pose, or head to knee pose, sorry. Inhale, walking back up to center. Let's send the left leg out long. Bring the right leg in. So right sole of foot to the inside of left thigh. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Turn to the body to face the left leg, forward fold on the exhale. Inhale, coming back up to center. Send the right leg out. Inhale, both arms up and overhead. And let's exhale through the middle, forward fold. Gentle bend in those knees if you need. As you can see, I'm not super flexible, but you don't need to be flexible to do yoga. It's just all about showing up and giving it a try. And the only way you get more flexible is by trying. Okay, let's take a deep breath in. Exhale, hand over the hand to the left foot. You might bring the right hand up and overhead, gazing at the ceiling, opening through the chest a little bit, just as we did in the beginning. Exhale, let's walk hand over hand over to the right side, maybe bringing left hand up and overhead. Back to center. Okay, let's do one more pose before we close out our practice here. Take the left leg. You're going to bring the left ankle onto the edge of your mat. And then right knee also along the edge of your mat. So you're making like a parallel line with the edge of your mat with your leg. Then we're going to take the right ankle, stack it over left knee over left ankle. So they're stacking like this. So this is double pigeon pose. Okay, so if this is already hurting your hips, you might not want to do the forward fold. We don't want to get hurt. We just want to stretch into all those little nooks and crannies of the body. So you can hang out here if that feels comfortable. If not, you can go back to your cobbler's pose. If you'd like to deepen the pose here, we'll bring arms up and overhead on the inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Noticing any sensation in the right outer hip or buttocks. We hold a lot of tension in our hips, so this is a great pose to release that tension. Let's inhale, walk back up. Untangle the feet this time. Right ankle comes to the edge of the mat, right knee comes to the edge of the mat. Left ankle on top of right knee, or left knee on top of right foot, right ankle. So we're switching directions now here. So it's almost like stacking logs. Okay. So again, hanging out here if that's comfortable for you. If you'd like to deepen the pose, we're going to do our forward fold. So inhale, arms up and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Noticing if the sensation in the left hip and outer buttock is feeling any different than the right. Sometimes we have one hip that's more tight than the other. I know I used to always have a hip misalignment because of the way I drove when I used to commute for like 2 hours a day. I would have my right leg extended for the gas pedal, but I would keep my left knee bent up and tucked under the seat. So my hips were always at for like 2 hours a day at a weird angle. So I would always, when I was doing yoga, find that I had one hip that was different than the other. So yoga can really help you tune in with the body and really prevent accidents from happening if you're knowing what's going on and why and how to prevent it, and you're also stretching those muscles. So yoga's great. If you didn't already know that, now you do. So you're going to show up here every Wednesday, right? Beautiful. Okay, so let's finish out our practice here, coming into Sukhasana or easy pose, or if bent knees isn't comfortable, keeping your legs out straight in Dandasana. Let's bring hands to heart center as we bow to ourselves for showing up, doing the work, taking the time out of our busy day and busy life to check in with ourselves and fill our own cup. I can 100% promise that you are worth this time and energy. I thank you so much for showing up to practice with me. I really appreciate it. I love your comments and seeing you all pop up there. I can see comments, but I can't read them, but I'll come read them later. But thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. You can check out my Tuesday and Thursday Zoom classes at 8 p.m. if you are interested. Otherwise, I'm here every Wednesday for a little mini workout and every Monday to do a meditation and some sharing of yogic wisdom. So thank you so much. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next week. And if you have any recommendations, anything that you want to work in our Workout Wednesdays, please do let me know. I'm probably going to do another core and abs one that's focused a little bit more on plank pose. Or if there's a favorite pose that you have that you'd like to learn some new variations of, shoot me a message and I'd be happy to oblige. Okay, enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I'm going to go get my second vaccine, so I don't know how I'm going to be feeling tomorrow, but we'll see how it goes. Keep yourself safe, keep everybody else safe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.